Today we start with this PLSQL construct. One is anonymous block. It is a unnamed PLSQL block. So here it contains some kind of code which is not having any name. Anonymous block means by using of this block when you getting a result. So after getting a result, if you want to get a same result, then again you have to write a code. Suppose you are writing a code, you are getting a result, your work is over, then you close the id, then again in the next day you want to get a same record, then again you write that coding. So that is called as the anonymous log. Application procedure or function, it is a named PLSQL block that are stored in a Oracle form developer application or shared library. It can accept the parameter and can be invoked repeatedly by the name. So availability, where it is used, the Oracle developer tool components, in that part it is used. Store procedure or function, it is a named PLSQL block that are stored in the Oracle server, can accept parameter and can be invoked repeatedly by the name. Then we are using package. It is a named PLSQL model that group related to the procedure, function and identifier. The Oracle server and Oracle developer tool component, the Oracle form developer. So it is present in the Oracle form developer. Packages, it is basically used to break down the complex program into a smaller part. Okay, and when it provide you the reusability concept, in package you can define a lot of PLSQL function and procedure. So when there is a requirement to any one function, you have to call it. Okay, suppose you are defining 5 function, in the 5 function, in some part, if there is a requirement of 2 function, you call the 2 function. If there is a requirement for 1 function, you have to call a 1 function. So it depends. Next is the database trigger. PLSQL blocks that are associated with a database table are fired automatically when the trigger by the various event. The Oracle server or any Oracle tool that issue the DML statement. The trigger is basically it is used to giving a security to your database. So there are some kind of a database trigger is present which is predefined, or some kind of application trigger is used which is required, or you can define depending upon your application requirement. Then next is object type. It is a user defined composite type that encapsulated data structure along with the function procedure are needed to manipulate the data. Okay, it is a object type. It is undefined composite data type. Composite data type means it's just like a array in your program. In array, you define when you define the array, you can store the multiple value in a same memory location. The similar way, there is a another concept is present that is called the object type, where you can store all the value. Now, how the PLSQL shows the output or display the output. Let open me Oracle Live SQL. right here, begin, and end. Okay, so for display the data, may PLSQL DBMS underscore output boot underscore lineage. It is a first chapter. Then second chapter that we start with introducing a variable. With PLSQL, you can declare the variable and then use them in SQL and procedural statement. Variable are mainly used for the storage of data and manipulating for store value. Consider the PLSQL statement that were mentioned in the PLSQL statement, like here. We're defining a PLSQL statement, select first name, department ID into V name and department number from table name. Okay, so variable is used to store the value temporarily. So here it is retrieve the value from the first name and department ID column and store in the V underscore F name and V underscore department number. So it will retrieve the first name and department ID and store in the variable that is called as the V underscore F name and V underscore department name. So variable are mainly used for the storage of data manipulation for store value. Consider the PLSQL statement. The statement retrieves the first name, department ID from the table. If you have to manipulate the first name, department ID, you can store and retrieve the value. Variable are used to temporarily store the value. You can use the value store in this variable for processing and manipulate the data. Variable can store any PLSQL object such as variable type, cursor, and subprogram. Then comes to reusability. The reusability is another advantages of declaring variable. After the variable are declared, you can use them repeatedly in any application by referring them in a multiple time. So it is a memory location where you store the value. So after storing the value, then you can get the value from the variable when there is a requirement. So it is used for getting a value, or it is a temporary storage location. So it is helping you to get your information when there is a need. Okay, so take the snap use variable.
Yes, sir.
Then requirement of a variable name. So while you have to define a variable name starts with a letter. It can include the letter or number. It can include the special characters such as dollar and hash. It must contain no more than 30 characters. Okay, so variable name, it will contain the 30 character of value. It must not be include any reserve word. Okay, reserve word means like system, DBMS. You cannot include like what begin and end. Okay, and select, update. So these are the keyword cannot be used while you are defining a variable. Handling the variable in the PLSQL. Variables are, it is declare and initialize in the declarative section. It is used and assign the new value in a executable section. It passes as parameter to PLSQL subprogram. It is used to hold the output of the PLSQL subprogram. Okay. The variable are declare and initialize in the declarative section. It is used and assign the new value in the executable section. You can pass the new value to a parameter to a function. Okay, and if you want to display the output of a SQL statement, then in that part also we are using PLSQL subprogram. That is the explanation is there in broadly.
Sir, sir, अपना last line कौन कहले कट्टी गला ना
It is
आवाज.
it is used to hold the output of the PLSQL program. Okay, suppose you are getting a data from a SQL. You are writing select first name and last name. So it is retrieve the first name and last name. Now that first name and last name is stored in a variable. Now you show the value in the form of a variable. Okay, SQL से data retrieve कला, then it is store that value in a variable, and that variable you display in the screen. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So declare and initialize them in the declaration section. Variable is declare and initialize in the declarative section. You can declare a variable in the declarative part of any PLSQL block. Subprogram or package declaration allocate the storage space for a value. Okay, it is giving you the storage space of a value and its data type and the name of the storage location so that you can reference it. Declaration can also assign an initial value and impose the not null constraint on the variable. Okay, you can give a variable as not null, so where it is not accepting the null value. If forward the reference and not allow, you must declare a variable before referencing it in other statement. Then use them and assign the new value to them in the executive section. In executable section, the existing value of a variable can be replaced with the new value. Okay, so variable is changed with the new value. Pass them as a parameter of a PLSQL subprogram. Subprogram can take the parameter. You can pass the variable as parameter to a subprogram. Okay, so at a runtime, you can pass the value to a subprogram. Use them to hold the output of the PLSQL subprogram. Variable can be used to hold the value that is returned by the function. Okay, next. Okay, now for storing a value in a variable, so first we define a declare keyword for declaring a variable. V underscore my name varchar to for initializing a value, then begin. So we're defining a variable v underscore my name John. Then we are defining another variable Steven. Then what happens is that, so first of all I remove it and see how it shows the output. So every statement requires a semicolon. Okay. So we're defining a variable varchar to 20 John, and here we display. Now what happened? We define same variable inside the block I pass any other value, one, two, three, four. Here there is no need to again declare. Okay. So previously where initialize done, then in the inner block, begin and end block we are defining also. So that it is initialized, the value as also. We discover the reinitialization of your variable. It's, then in another program, here we only define the variable. Then in begin and end block, we are passing this one. So after initialize, we print the next value. Okay, so first it is initialized as a blank or null. Second, it is initialized as also. So the program, okay. Today it is over. Next class is on Monday. Tomorrow is a Ganesh Puja.
Yes, sir.
We will meet.
Yes, sir.